Good morning, God's people. Good morning, wonderful people. I hope you had an exciting night. I hope your night was blessed. I hope you didn't have those funny nightmares. If you've been having funny nightmares, always pray before you sleep. Watch positive things, listen to positive words, listen to things that make you grow before you sleep. At times, some of us watch gory movies, and then when we sleep, and then those things, we start seeing those things, or you watch negative things, or you listen to negative things before you go to bed. If that were to be the case, that you listened or you watched anything negative, you have to cleanse your subconscious by loading and charging it with positive information before you go to bed. In such a case, it wipes off. It's like a master that deletes all the negative stuff. Okay. This morning we are going to be sharing on the fact that on this question, what does it take for you to experience a good chapter? What does it take for you to experience a breakthrough? Do you think that life is loaded only with, positive things keep working the way you want? My dear, this morning we are going to make us understand that sometimes it takes a dark chapter to help you realize how strong you really are. People, once they are faced only with the good part of life, they think that life is like that. And that is why it's very easy for people to get so judgmental. It's very easy for people not to be empathetic. It's very easy for people to just speak anyhow without, selecting or making choices of the words, depending on wherever they find themselves. Because, life happened to them, everything was just falling into place. And they thought that in actual fact, life is like that. I want to make us understand that if you've been having things your way, each time you want things, they just happen. My dear, life is not the way you see it. If that has been your situation, understand that life is not necessarily the way you see it. Life is not what you had experienced if everything had just been rosy. Because at times, from the way people speak, you can understand their background. You hear people just throwing words, throwing jibes, talking anyhow, belittling people, looking low on people. You don't know how far people have gone to be where they find themselves. If you were some sort of blessed in the course of your life, not everyone was as blessed as you. Can you show a bit of empathy? Can you be a little bit understanding? Can you be a little bit less judgmental? Life is not necessarily the way you see it or the way you think. Your life's line or your life story is not necessarily another person's own. So don't just throw words at people. Don't just talk anyhow. Make good choices of words and mind the person you're speaking to. Because you might be a minister, you might be a billionaire, you might be a director today. You don't know the other person's experience. If that person is just a primary school teacher, that person may be loaded with a lot of wisdom more than you, because what life has taught them, you have not experienced it. And when they are talking, you listen and you hear experience. They are not just mere words. They are words loaded with a lot of wisdom. So, as we're sharing, sometimes it takes a very dark chapter to help you realize how strong you really are. Never forget that you went through a lot to get to where you are today. Never you forget that. Because your strength will help you again to see brighter days. But you see, most often when we get to where we get to, we forget so soon. Unfortunately, that is the case with some people. They forget so soon. You may see a woman that is married to a rich man today, but maybe they came from very poor background. They started from scratch. They had nothing. They were barely struggling to feed. And then, out of God's grace and mercy, or by some stroke of luck, they got themselves where they got to. And tomorrow, maybe that woman may have a son and the son wants to go and marry a girl from a poor background, and then you see them talking and just talking anyhow. If you find yourself being such kind of person, it means you have forgotten so soon where you came from. My dear, you went through what you went through so that you can be like a compass to others who have been or who are treading the same path you trod. Mind your words, show some love, and be a little bit empathetic. Never you forget those dark chapters that brought you to the light of the day you are having today. Always learn to show love. I hope I made some sense. Good morning.